Welcome back to The Why, where we dive into the uncomfortable truth. And today, we're going to be pissing people off when we answer the question, why are Eminem fans delusional stans? Now, let's get one thing straight. Eminem is a legendary rapper, no doubt about that. But his fan base, that's a whole different story. You see, most Eminem fans only listen to him. They act like he's the best rapper to ever grace the mic, but when you ask them about the other heavyweights in hip-hop, their knowledge is, let's just say, lacking. Most of them couldn't name a single classic album from Jay-Z or Biggie. They're so wrapped up in their stan mentality that they can't even recognize when someone else might deserve a seat at the throne. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about this so-called best rapper of all time title that Eminem fans are obsessed with. Sure, he's been at the top of the game for years, but let's be real. He only has two classic albums, the Marshall Mathers LP and the Eminem Show. That's it. And even the Marshall Mathers LP doesn't hold up as much as fans like to think it does. Compare that to someone like Jay-Z, who has a whole catalog of classics, from Reasonable Doubt to The Blueprint to the Black Album. Heck, even 444 is up there as one of the best. And that's just Jay. We're talking about Illmatic, Biggie with Ready to Die, and Kendrick Lamar with To Pimp a Butterfly. The list goes on, but let's be real. When was the last time you heard a true Eminem fan speak about any rapper other than him? Can they even name one album from Tupac, Andre 3000, or Nas that truly stands out to them? Nah, they just repeat the same tired lines. Eminem is the GOAT, no one's better. But if you press them for more, they freeze up. They can't name 5 of the most influential rap albums of all time. It's just Eminem and no one else. Now let's talk about Eminem's fall off. After the Eminem Show, everything kind of went downhill. Trash. And don't even get me started on Music to be Murdered by. Absolute trash. These albums were nowhere near the level of his earlier work, and yet his stans act like they're somehow on par with the classics. But here's the truth. Everything after the Eminem Show was subpar. It's like he peaked early and then just stayed stuck in that angry white rapper persona without really growing or evolving. And here's the kicker. The real king of hip-hop, Tupac. Yeah, I said it. Tupac's legacy is still more relevant, more respected, and more timeless than Eminem's ever will be. Even in death, Pac's influence spans across generations. People still rock All Eyes on Me or Me Against the World. His storytelling, his poetry, his activism, they're unmatched. He didn't just rap, he spoke for a whole generation. And even Eminem fans know that Tupac is the real king. They might not admit it, but they know deep down. Oh, and let's talk about something else. The majority of Eminem's fans didn't even listen to hip-hop until they heard him. They were never part of the culture until he came along and gave them an in. Now, all of a sudden, they act like they're hip-hop heads. But real hip-hop comes from the streets, from the people who created it. It doesn't come from a white establishment or some magazine like Rolling Stone trying to crown him as the king of hip-hop. It's the people who live and breathe the culture that crown the kings. Not Rolling Stone, not MTV, and certainly not the corporate world. So the next time one of these die-hard Eminem stans wants to tell you he's the greatest, ask them to name 3 classic albums from artists outside of Eminem's world. Ask them to put together a list of top-tier lyricists, not just shady one-liners. And let's see how long it takes before they start crying, "Stan!" And if this truth was too much for you, go ahead and cry a tsunami. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on The Why.